Hi everyone, it's Drew. I'm here today to share my latest journal with you, and I know it has been quite a while. Um, I hope to do better in the future. I have a thing about procrastinating when it comes to making videos. I have a few journals made, but it's just getting the videos made. But I've been working on my setup, and I think I finally have it to where it's not such a pain. Every time I want to video something, I don't have to generally rearrange my whole studio in order to be able to do it. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, my journal today is called Field Notes, and I have used the digitals from a shop called TLC Creations. Paulette is the creative mind behind that, and she is on Coffee, and I will link her shop below. She's also on Facebook, and this is where I first actually met her. She is a prolific digital designer and has given away, I know, thousands of free images on her Facebook page over the last several years. And for quite a few years now, I have been collecting her freebies, and I've bought some of her kits. She also has I think it's becoming a monthly kit. It's very reasonable. And in that kit, she just has hundreds of images. I mean, you can't go wrong. Anyway, so as a thank you, I wanted to make a journal that used almost primarily all her images and kits. And I have been successful. I mean, I'm a very eclectic designer or creator, and so when I make a journal, I use many, many different artists. So this definitely was a challenge for me, but I do think I met it well. I would say 98 to 99% of everything in this journal is directly related to her kits and her freebies. I have also added vintage book pages, a scrapbook page, one or two, and some tags made out of scrapbook pages, and some of my own digitals that I don't have for sale yet, but eventually I do plan on putting them into kits, and we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so Field Notes is the name of the journal. It is nature themed, and I have used several of her kits along with many of her freebies from her Facebook page. It measures 5.5 wide, it's 8.5 inches tall, and there are 88 surface pages for journaling and adding photos to, etc. One signature. The spine has been reinforced with Tyvek, and let's get into it. I've wrapped it with some hand coffee dyed muslin. And the journal is actually made from an old hanging file. And there's a couple of things inside that are made out of this same file folder, and also a different color one I'll show you when we get there. Then I've used one of her images on the front, some dry embossed, I think that's craft paper, and then some vintage lace. I put corner protectors on the corners. And then on the inside, I have used a page from a 1906 ledger that I recently purchased, and I just love it. I've also included a free page in the back just for you to use if to whoever ends up with this journal. So then on the inside tuck, I have a journaling card made from Tim Holtz paper pad with a feather from my garden that I found just walking around, and then a tag made from one of the pages of one of her kits. Like I said, I've used several kits, and I will list them below. I'm not going to remember which page is from which image because they are all literally all mixed up together. Okay, so this is a kit page, and then on the inside I've made it into a little tuck with a rusty paper clip, and then inside that is one of, I believe this is a page from a kit also, and I think this was actually part of a full page, and I resized it and made it to be able to just tear and put inside for writing. Okay, this is a page from the kit. This is part of that 1% that isn't hers. This is a digital that I just had sitting on my desk, and I thought it was pretty, and I put it in here. And then this is one of my images. We've got a little lace tab. And then I did a couple of masterboards. I did one masterboard. Well, no, I'm sorry. I'm getting it confused. I have another journal with her images that I'm working on, and I started to blend the two together. This was a masterboard that I made from the images from these kits, and then I've made this one into a pocket, and in that pocket I have some lined paper, one of the downsized pieces of lined paper from one of her kits, another piece of lined paper, and then this is one of the ephemera pieces from her kit. And then over here we have another pocket, a torn coffee stained pocket with a die cut, and inside we have a tag made from the same masterboard, and also a little piece of ephemera for writing on. We have a tag made from one of her pages, piece of ephemera, and some lined paper. The music paper is from an old music book. This is one of the kit pages, again filled with some ephemera. Okay, we have one of her images. This is a fairly new one. I just love it. And then this is a Tim Holtz paper pack tag, and a piece, I think this is actually a piece of my ephemera that I made. And then this is also made from the masterboard, a little journaling card, paper doily, coffee stained, another page from the kit, some Edith Holden and vintage dictionary collage edge, some stamping, a page from the kit, and I hope I might just, I think, let me just check and make sure that I think that's better now. Yeah, I hope I didn't cut too much off. Okay, we've got a muslin tab with some vintage trim. Then we've got a little bit of collage over here, some Edith Holden. This is some stationery paper that I bought years ago, and a coffee stained it, and then I put on some vintage. This is just a piece that was torn off the edge of a tablecloth. Or actually, I cut this off the edge. And then in here we have an envelope that I made from another hanging file folder, and inside we have a few items. Okay, this is one of the images from the kit. Another one of those lined images, also from the kit. A journaling card from the masterboard, and one of her ephemera pieces. This is a page from a book that is over 100 years old, The Riverside Naturalist. A piece of, oh my gosh, her name just Edith Holden absolutely went out of my mind on some coffee dyed paper. We have another pocket made from the masterboard, and inside of that we have a piece of her ephemera, a little notebook that I made from some scrapbook paper with some of her ephemera on top, and then it's just filled with different pieces of paper. A book page, and a tag made from Tim Holtz paperback. Okay, this is another one of her ephemera pieces, and a collage made from some Edith Holden and one of her collage pieces, or excuse me, one of her ephemera pieces that I made into a collage. And then this is also one of her ephemera pieces. This is a kit page with a pocket made from one of the kit pages and one of the labels on those pages. Let me fix that. And then this is a tag made from the masterboard. Another kit page. And this paper is made, it's not eco-dyed. This is actually a process where you put your plants in between your paper and then run it through. In my case, I have a Cuttlebug. You run it through and it leaves this impression on your paper. This is a kit page. And then another piece of ephemera. Another piece of ephemera. And this, I saw someone do this, but I believe they did theirs with a real vintage envelope, and it was torn, and they just added it to a page for journaling. I absolutely loved it, but I didn't have anything like that, so I thought, well, you know, I just took an envelope, coffee dyed it, tore it up, stamped it a little bit, and stuck it on there because I absolutely love the way that looks. And then this is some of my hand-dyed paper as well with some stenciling. And then over here we have one of the images from the kit, and inside I've just made this little scrappy notebook. That goes in there. Okay, this is a book page. And on the back we have a piece of her ephemera. This might have actually been a page that I cut down. I'm not sure, but anyway, it will be in one of the kits that I list below. And then inside we have one of her images from one of the kits. And then this is one of my images that at some point down the future I do plan on making a vintage themed kit with a few of these different designs. Okay, and then over here we have a pocket with some, this is a stamped label that I made for this. And then another ephemera page. And then this is a tag made from masterboard. Oops, I need to fix that. I'm going to leave that out so that I'll fix it. And then just a little piece of paper. And then we have a specimen die cut that I made, and inside is a monarch wing I was in my garden walking along and found two of them one day, and then the next day I found another one. And I put two of them in a double glass-sided frame and set it on my shelf. And then this one I decided I would put into a journal. And then we have a belly band made from a masterboard, and inside a journaling card with one of the images from one of the kits. This also is part of a kit. What I did several things so that I could have lots of little bits to play with in here. I resized pages and then I cut them apart in pieces, and this was part of one of those pages. And so I just cut it out and added it to this. And this was made on an old file folder. And then a stamped little piece of ephemera that I used as a tab. Okay, another page from the bird book. And this is a Tim Holtz die that I have coffee stained and kind of did a little bit of ink staining on it, not much. I just wanted something very, very subtle. And then this back of this page is a cluster made with Edith Holden and some stamped pieces. Okay, and then this is a page from the kit, one of the kits, with a muslin tab and some vintage tablecloth piece. And then this is one of her freebies that I have printed on the back of one of her pages. And then I stenciled it and made it tuck and made a little collage there. And then I have this is mine. It says "Seek stillness, if only for a moment." The other side of the plant pressed paper. Another kit page. And on this one I have added a bulb pin with a little dragonfly and bead charm. And then over here we have an envelope window collaged with different elements from her kits, and then the inside picture is also one of her images. And then I've made a little card to put inside out of Edith Holden. Another page from the kit. And then this is also from one of the kits. I believe this is just the basics kit, A Day in Nature. And then I put in a feather that was in my yard, a tag from one of her kit pages, journaling on the back, and then this is a little pressed flower onto a little piece of ephemera. And I think actually this little piece of ephemera is hers as well, but I am not 100% positive on that. And this is mine. And then I've made a tuck spot here. Yeah, this is one of her ephemera pages, and this is an ephemera piece. Beautiful butterflies, some stenciling, and then another little collage tuck, and this is one of my images. And then this is some stamped ephemera. I started to say, I took some stamps that were in part of a kit, and I think it was Tim Holtz, and I made a bunch of labels like this and pieces, just all kinds of them, so that I would have more stuff that I could add to this journal. This is actually from one of her pages, one of the ones that I had resized down and then cut the pieces out of. That's part of that. Okay, another masterboard pocket with some added ephemera from her kits. And then this is journal card from her kit. And a tag out of one of the papers from her kits. And then just a little tag that I stamped and put in there. Edith Holden. And this is another page from the Just the Basics, A Day in Nature. And I've put a little lace tab on the side. Okay, another page from the kit. And then this is also a page from the kit. And these are also ephemera pieces from the kits. Okay, and then this is a tag made from the masterboard. Coffee stained doily. Another pocket with more ephemera. And little collage and snippet work there. These butterflies are all from her kits, too. And another pocket made from a kit, along with an ephemera piece tag. And these labels are hers as well. And this is just a piece of lined paper that I coffee dyed and stuck in here. And then a pocket with more ephemera. A Tim Holtz paper pack tag. And some more of those, and one of my little images. Excuse me. Then we have another masterboard pocket with just some pieces, different pieces of, well, this is a piece of the masterboard, journaling on the back, and another little piece of ephemera, and then just a piece of lined paper. Okay, journaling space, lots of journaling space in here. And this is not a tuck, it's just a collage that I did with some of her pieces. And a page kit, and then because it was so chunky, I made a writing board. And then in the back, I have some pages from a butterfly book. They're so pretty. And then this is a full piece of the ledger from 1906 to do whatever you would like with. You can journal on it, you can make tags out of it, you can cut it up, do whatever you would like to do. And then we have here a little saying. It says, "Wind and sea, earth and sky, the wonders of nature bring joy to the soul." And then one of my little dragonfly wax seals. And that's it. The back is plain. And then I have, along with that, I have this little packet, let's get this out of the way, of things that were left over. And so I put them in here for you to play with and do whatever you would like. There's some bigger pieces here. There's pieces for collage, pieces for journaling, There's tags, there's a pocket, another tag, pieces of miscellaneous papers and pages that you can use for different things. And then we have a whole bunch of little things. Little pieces of paper for you to stamp on, little tags and numbers, and I'm sure you get what I'm saying. Tickets. Just bits and pieces of things to do other things with. Just have some fun. And that's it. Thank you for bearing with me. I'm not the best video maker to begin with, and then not having done one for quite some time, it's even worse than usual. So anyway, I thank you. I appreciate you being here. If you did like the video, please give me a thumbs up, and I'd love it if you would subscribe. This will be available in my Etsy shop. If not immediately after you see this, it will be there right away. And I guess that's it. So thank you very much again. I do appreciate all my subscribers so much. So have a great day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.